Great. Good morning. Welcome to Tuesday Wake Up. We are on a strength day, so you know what that means. It's upper body strength today. So yeah, let's not worry about that though for now. Let's just arrive and settle. So give yourself a nice big shoulder roll. And remember, if kneeling doesn't feel good, there's other options. Do what feels nice for you this morning. So maybe a little shake of the arms, a little bit of movement, just to settle. So like I said, a roll of the shoulders, a shake of the arms, before you find stillness. So my hands are just resting down on my hip creases, the palms are facing up. Really trying to lengthen through the crown of the head and almost like drop the tailbone a little bit so that I've got some nice length in the low back as well. My chin's slightly tucked. My shoulders are back and down. The belly's nice and soft. And we're just arriving for a few moments, settling on our mats this morning. So how are you this morning? Let's just check in. What's going on right now for you in this moment? Remember guys, everything that surfaces is valid. So try to let go of any layers of judgment or criticism and just listen. That's all I'm asking you to do. How are you feeling? And then know that you're exactly where you need to be. The next half an hour is time you've set aside for yourself to move and to breathe and to just be with yourself, to peel back another layer. So let's dedicate this time. Let's try to be present on our mats. With that context of how we're feeling. So practicing with kindness, compassion. Yoga is a daily practice or a lifestyle. So you don't have to go all out today because you're going to be on your mat tomorrow or the next day. So it really helps us to embody this sense of listening to ourselves and doing what feels right, pushing when we want to, resting, holding back when we need to. And as always, the breath is what helps us to stay on our mats and to keep that deep physical connection. So nice long exhale wherever you are. And then deep rich breath in for a count of 1, 2, 3. And exhale for 3, 2, 1. Let's keep that up. Deep rich breaths in. And long slow breaths out. So just setting up your breath now. If you're not already there, feeling the torso expand on the inhale and contract and lower on the exhale. And again, just noticing how the breath is flowing, how it's feeling. Really trying to get it nice and smooth, nice and deep. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in And breathing out. Wishing you all a wonderful practice. On your next exhale, just lower the chin down to the chest. Give your neck a good stretch. So almost be really heavy with the head and just feel the back of the neck. And you can stay here. This might be enough. Or you might gently just start to almost draw like a little line, or eventually maybe a little semicircle with your nose, the tip of the nose, as you just bring each ear towards the top of each shoulder. And you might just gently move with the breath here from side to side. You might even pause when you get to one side. So maybe when the right ear is over to the right shoulder, you just hold it there for a few moments. You might even reach the bottom hand out just to feel a nice stretch through the top of the shoulder. And if you're not feeling much, you might even take the right hand and just drape it on the side of the head. And again, these are all just little optional extras to get you feeling the left side of the neck. Just be mindful. The neck's a very sensitive place. It holds a lot of tightness and tension, and it also carries our very heavy but wonderful head. Come back down to center and just take it over to the other side if you took that little optional pause. Or maybe you're still just going from side to side and just sticking with gentle movement this morning. But if you are pausing over to the left now, remember those little extras you can do. And we're not pulling on the side of the head. It's like a little drape of the hand, and almost press the head into the hand. Great. Nice. Come back to center when you're ready, and then inhale, float the arms up and bring the head back to a more neutral position. Full body stretch, and then we'll exhale into a side stretch. So let's go over to the left and stretch out the right side body. If the legs are feeling a little bit tired now from kneeling, just know we're coming out in a moment. You can come out early, but just a side stretch to go. So see if you can just check in and know that we're nearly coming out of kneeling. You can move that top hand a little bit, top elbow, maybe a little shoulder roll of the right side. And then back to center, and last little movement now before we kick the legs out as we reach over to the other side. Really feeling a lovely stretch through the left side body now, using the right hand to support you. Great. Moving that top arm, wrist, elbow, you know what the score is. Great, and then back to center, full body stretch, and then we'll come to tabletop. So you might want to kind of tuck the toes and kick out the legs a little bit after that long in kneeling. Just realised my t-shirt's on inside out. It was very dark this morning. I don't know how you guys feel about the light in the morning, but I'm very sensitive to light in the morning, so I kind of get around in the dark for a little bit until I ease into light. And it is starting to get naturally light outside, so we are getting there, guys. Okay, some other little movements, maybe some cats and cows, some dipping of the belly, some rolling and rounding of the upper back. And I do the same in the evening, you know, actually. I definitely light lots of candles, and I try not to put too much bright light on. I don't know if any of you guys do that, but it really does wind you down. And also the blue light settings on your screens. Maybe I'll talk about it in my newsletter. Right, let's start to get into our downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips nice and high, and walk out your downward dog. So when we do our strengthening sessions, we work through 10 rounds of sun salutations, and we just do some exercise in the middle. So instead of holding our downward dog, there's some options. However, there are options. If you just want to hold your downward dog, you hold your downward dog. When you're ready and you've done some movement in your downward dog, let's meet at the top of the mat. A little bit of inhaling to lengthen, exhaling to fold. Maybe some little swishes and sways here from side to side. Those nice twists that we've been doing this month. Left hand stays down, right arm draws up, like I've got a bow and arrow. Switch it out a few times, they feel nice. Knees can be soft. Great, and then when you're ready, let's just bend the knees a couple of times, bounce the hips up and down. And then let's sit down in a chair, sweep the arms. Wide Utkatasana, which just switches everything on, right? We feel the whole body working here. Arms are reaching, lower body's working. Let's soften through the shoulders. We'll stay for 5, for 4. How's the breath in Utkatasana, your chair pose? For 3, for 2. Great, on 1, full body stretch. Oh, send the hips forward. Maybe move a little bit from side to side. Again, any movements that feel good here. And we'll just take the hands to the lower back and just lift through the chest and ease the hips forward a little bit, just to open up the front body. Great, how's the breath here? Squeeze elbows, shoulder blades back. Tease the hips forward, make sure we're nice and strong, thighs drawn up, glutes switched on, heavy in the heels. Great, and then back to center. Take your time, give everything a little shake. So, 10 rounds, sun salutations. Ready to go? Roll the shoulders, stand nice and tall. And guys, I don't mind if your feet are hip width or together. Traditionally, if you do Ashtanga, you probably like feet together, but hip width, a little bit wider, whatever feels good. As long as you feel comfortable, right? It's all just a little bit of preference and figuring out what your body likes. So on your next inhale, let's reach the arms nice and high, full body stretch. Exhale, soften the knees as you fold. Inhale, crown of head forward, lengthen. Exhale, big step back to our plank. So knees down on this first one, lengthen through the crown of the head, send the tailbone back. So you've got a lovely long spine. And then just lower the belly to the floor. Good. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest, squeeze those shoulder blades together, tuck the toes, and as you exhale, another strong push through the hands, hips go back and high. Great. Okay, so first one is some presses. So we're going to come back into that plank position. So maybe shuffle the feet back and roll the shoulders forward. So knees come down, unless you feel like doing your chaturanga presses, by all means do those. And anywhere between 3 and 10 presses in your own time, okay? So it's an exhale to lower, and it's an inhale to come back up. Exhale, lower, inhale, up. I'll try and do 10 with you guys. Well, I will do 10, and you try to do them with me. That's what I meant to say, 6. But if at any point you need to pause, that's 5. Stay strong. You just lower the belly all the way down, and we'll meet in downward dog. 5 more. For 4, you got this. For 3, exhale, lower. Inhale, push away. For 2. Great. On your last one, come all the way down, belly to the floor. Roll the shoulders back. That should feel pretty nice. And then send your hips back and high. Downward facing dog. Great. One big breath in. And as you breathe out, maybe side out through the mouth. Look forward. Walk, step or hop the feet. Halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhale back to stillness. Great. Round 2. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, your vinyasa. Okay? You can miss these as well if you want. You can just push yourself back to downward facing dog. Okay, so next one, from downward dog, we're going to do some little hovers of the elbows. So if you think, it's like we're trying to lower our elbows down to the earth and then we're changing our mind. Now you don't have to go low, it could be just a teeny tiny lower of the forearms. The lower you go, the trickier it is. We're going to do 10, so I'm already on 3. That's 4, hover, inhale, push away for 5, just a little movement for 6, for 7, maybe try and keep the head nice and heavy, look to the toes, for 8, hover, push away for 9, hover for 10. Great, look forward, walk, step or hop, halfway lift. Exhale, deeply fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, back to stillness. Really good. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, full forward fold. Round 3. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, through your vinyasa. Maybe we're taking chaturanga now. Just listen to how you are. Great. Hips go back and high. So this time, we're going to hover the forearms and drop down to a dolphin pose. So maybe you place the right forearm down, then the left forearm. And walk the feet back a little bit on this first one. And we're going to stay pretty low with the hips. So we're not as high with the hips. I just want you to get your forearms parallel, your fingers spread, and your shoulders over your elbows. Doesn't matter if the knees are soft or the knees can even be down, okay? But if you can, walk the feet back and have a low position with the hips. And then I want you to push the floor away. So really, really push the floor away. It's almost like you're trying to spread your shoulder blades. We're going to stay here for 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, for 6. So it's almost like a forearm plank, but our hips are a little bit higher. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. Good on 1. Walk the feet in a little bit if you can. Send the hips a little bit higher. Push the hands into the floor, back to downward dog. Look forward, walk, step or hop, halfway lift. Well done, guys. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, back to stillness. Good. Round 4. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale through your vinyasa. Remember, you can skip these. Give the arms a rest if you want. Downward facing dog. Okay, so we're coming back into that same position. Maybe this time left forearm, then the right forearm. And walk the feet back again. So we've got like low through the hips. And then from here, I want you to drop the chest between the arms and then push it back up and away. Now you might not get much movement here. You might have to really lower the knees to get this movement. If you've got kind of really tight shoulders, the chest won't move down as much. But try and think of your elbows poking away into the sky and then disappearing as you make them disappear. So it's an exhale to drop the chest down and it's an inhale to push away. If you can't feel much, you can come to all fours and do it from all fours. So exhale, lower, inhale, push away. Exhale, lower, inhale, push away. Let's do 5 more. We're trying to almost make the shoulder joint kind of come up and then drop it down. For 3, if you can, from your forearms. For 2, good, on 1, walk the feet in, come back to your downward facing dog. Press through the hands, wherever you were working from, sorry. Look forward, walk, step or hop, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we rise. So we did those little presses to give you a sense that when you're in your forearm plank, when you're in your dolphin, which we're working towards, you have to be pushing away. You have to be really broadening through the upper back and rounding, making those shoulder blades disappear. Right, let's go for round 5. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, let's lower. So this time we're going to hold our dolphin. Okay, so we're going to come back to that position, and this time we're going to keep the hips nice and high. So if you want, you can come from all fours, drop down to the forearms, and then from here, tuck the toes and lift the hips. Now, if that's really hard, walk the feet back or soften the knees. But if you can, we're walking the feet in, we're lifting the hips high, and we're sending the chest between the forearms. And we're holding. Let's see if we can do good 5 breaths here. And how is the breath? It might be a little bit sticky. Can you get it a little longer? Can you get it a little smoother? 3 more here. Knees can be soft. It's about that length through the spine. Keep pushing through the forearms, broadening through the upper back for 2. Well done, guys. On 1, walk the feet back, maybe rest the knees down. Little child's pose if you want, then downward facing dog. Great. Dolphin is tricky. It's a tricky one. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Great, we're doing good. We've got round 6. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, little vinyasa. So we're coming back to those hovers. 10 more of those hovers. If you want this time, you can hold the hover. So from downward dog, it's like we're dropping into dolphin, then we're changing our mind, okay? 10 of those, or if you want, hold the hover. This is called turbo dog. It's very hard. So choose wisely. You can always come out and go back in, but we're staying for 10. Remember, you've got those pulses as an option. For 9. Lower you hover, obviously the harder it is, for 8. Keep pushing through index finger knuckle for 7, so the base of the index finger. For 6. Stay strong for 5, I know. For 4, I'm right here with you. For 3. For 2. Good, on 1. Lift those elbows. Look forward, walk, step or hop, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we rise. And exhale, back to stillness. Well done, guys. Right, round 7. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale through your vinyasa. Good. So we're holding forearm plank now. So walk the feet back, roll the shoulders over the wrists. Drop the left elbow and the right elbow. So we're nice and long in the body now. The hips, the shoulders are in line. And I want you to push the floor away. So we're not here, we're not collapsed. We're broadening through the upper back. We're holding for 10. We're holding for 9. Still with me for 8. I know everything's switched on in forearm plank. For 7. Might be a little bit shaky. For 6. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. Well done, guys. On 1. Left hand, right hand, hips high. Well done. Look forward. Walk, step or hop. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. 3 rounds to go. We're nearly there, guys. Inhale, arms up, round 8. Those arms feeling heavy? Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, vinyasa. So we're going to do 10 presses again. However, if you want, you can try some chaturanga presses. Maybe you do a few less, yeah? So back to your plank, or if you did 5 presses last time, maybe we try a couple more this time. So exhale halfway, inhale, push up. So remember, your practice, guys. 10, 5, 3, maybe you try your chaturanga presses. I don't mind. How's the breath? How's your alignment? How's your form? We don't want to lose that. So listen to your body. I'm going to do 1 more here. Great. So last couple, if you can. I think I did 8. I can't remember. I lost count. Look forward. Walk, step or hop. Halfway lift. Well done, guys. 2 rounds to go. So we're coming back to dolphin. You can stay with your dolphin, or we've got a little add-on. Of course we have. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale through your vinyasa. Nice, guys. Okay, we're nearly there. Last couple rounds. So back into dolphin. So remember, you can get there however you want. I actually do like to come from tabletop, drop down my forearms, and then lift back up. So clasp the hands together on this one, and you can stay here, and that might help you a little bit, that little clasp. If you want a little bit more, we're going to roll forward, chin over the thumbs, and then we're going to push back. So this is a little bit of strength and mobility. So we're going to do 10 of those. So that's 2. Inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. You got it. We're here for 5. Nice and controlled. Remember, if you need to rest, you take your rest. Last 4. For 3, I'm definitely shaking this morning. For 2, good, last 1. Hold for a moment, then push back. Release the hands, push them into the earth. Downward facing dog. Walk, step or hop, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we rise. Well done, guys. Last round, round 10. Arms up. As you inhale, fold as you exhale. You know the score. Maybe a nice chaturanga. Up dog and down dog. So on this last round, we're going to come back to holding our dolphin as is. So this is the kind of posture we're working towards, feeling strong in these arm strengthening. If you feel pretty comfortable here, there is the option to start to kick the right or the left leg up. Hold for maybe 3 breaths. Keep pushing through the forearms, and then you can switch it out. And we're walking the back foot in a little bit. We're lifting that top leg as high as we can. But either way, your dolphin, with or without that leg lift. Last 3 breaths. Nice and strong. Well done. Last 2 breaths. Awesome. And then we're dropping the knees and we're coming to child's pose. That should feel pretty nice. Take the arms nice and wide, bring the chin, the chest towards the earth, and just notice how the front of the chest feels, the arms, the side body, the shoulder joints. Nice, guys, well done. So a lot of those exercises are intense, yeah? So it's fine to be doing lower reps. I want you to keep the breath. As soon as you feel the breath start to go, or maybe the form, you know, we all know when we're not really lowering with control, or we all know when we're being a little bit too shaky and we might be collapsing in the chest or whatever it is. Ease out. We've got lots of time to get these exercises done on Tuesdays. Well done. Really nice stillness. So let's come up. Let's roll the shoulders. Let's cactus the arms a little bit as we do those shoulder rolls. That should feel pretty nice. Yeah. And then if we want, we can just take a little eagle arm. So you kind of wrap, cross and twist one elbow over the other. And that should feel pretty nice through the upper back. So it's almost like you're kind of pushing the back away, stretching a little bit here. Just notice which elbow's on top. And then we'll switch. So if your right elbow was on top, just know that your left one's got to go on top now. A little push of the back and opening of the chest between sides. Great. And then other side with your eagle arms. Opposite elbow on top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pausing here. And if you can't hold wrists, just hold the shoulders. And it's almost like we're trying to lift our elbows in line with our shoulders. We're trying to send our forearms forward and draw in the navel and spread the shoulder blades. Great, guys. Well done. Release. Maybe a little push of the back one more time. Or you might just want to shake out the arms. Whatever feels nice this morning. And we'll just finish with a gentle twist. So left hand forward on your outer thigh, right hand back behind you. And you're just taking a moment to open over to the right side. So thinking about crown of head coming up on the inhale, and then you're taking that nice gentle twist over to the right on the exhale. Good. Inhale back to center. And exhale to the other side. How are we feeling? How are you now? It's good to bookend our practice with these little check-ins. So just check in one more time. Notice how you're feeling. And then come to a little bit of stillness, either kneeling or seated. Hands together, just resting on the lap or wherever feels comfortable for you. I don't mind. Take a big breath in. And a nice long slow breath out. Chin to chest. A little bow down as a sign of gratitude for your time, your mat time. Sign of gratitude to your fellow yogis on the screen for sharing this practice with you. And then a little bit of gratitude for the day ahead and all that it may bring. Have a great Tuesday, and same time tomorrow, and look forward to seeing you then. And any questions, just give me a shout. Otherwise, have a good one.
Thanks, Nikki.
Bye. Thank you.
Thanks, Tash. Nice to see you. Thanks, Jean. Thanks, Sarah, and everyone. Jack, lovely. Well done, guys.